Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I will start talking properly now, and I hope the weather is as good with all of you as it is with me, and I hope you are all well too. Josie, come here. Come on, Josie, here. Come on. Don't want to lose her. But guys, the plan for today is we have been doing a lot of muck carting recently. So basically not me, Joseph's been doing a lot of muck carting recently, and I've just had a phone call that he needs the heap pushing up. So as you saw in the last video, or the one before that, or whenever the video was, we're dropping muck off down the muck heap, which is quite a large pile of muck. We drive up one side, drive down the other, and back up and tip it. But basically it's all full and I need to get it all sorted. So that is the plan for today, guys. If you do enjoy it, please tap that like button, and if you want to see more stuff like this, please subscribe to the channel, and I hope you enjoy. And I hope I haven't lost Josie. Jose, where are you? Jose? No, I haven't lost her. It's alright. Hope you enjoy, guys. Right, let's not waste any time. Let's get cracking on with this. Squeeze. No, we're lucky the squeeze grabs are not on the front. Kindly been taken off for me. So what we're going to do, pop the bucket on, and then we can basically get on with it. Here we go, here we go. Oh, someone's left that on. Attempt number 2. We are okay. Right guys, so we're just heading down the track to the muck heap. Apologies, it could be a bit noisy because the track is fairly rough. We've got the good old Josie's with us in the cab. Say hello, Jose. I don't know if you can see her because she's quite small, but I just wanted to quickly explain where all this muck comes from. If you're new to the channel, you're probably like, you have 150 sheep and a huge pile of muck. So basically, our main enterprise of the business is delivering to delivery yards, and as well as that we also clear a lot of the muck piles, which comes back here, and ideally it goes back onto the land. So that is basically where all this muck comes from, if you're wondering. But for now, we'll get this cracked on with and we'll get pushing this up.
I was knocked down, heard the countdown through the haze, in the face of defeat, yeah. I was ruled out with no bailout, on my own, all alone, left to bleed out.
How are we going to tackle this? I reckon we'll just go for it.
All the odds were against me, so I picked up the pace, and now I'm in the race. Give me some space. I'm a movement and I ain't losing. To explode.
Do you really? Oh, sorry, Jose. That was a bit big. Main aim for today, guys, is allowing us to have a track around the edge again. Concentration basis out. Right, Jose, you want to go for a run for a bit? There you go. Have a run. We'll let her go. She's not enjoying this car. So the main aim of what we're doing, guys, really is to get this pile a bit narrower, because it's pointless it being really wide and not a lot of muck there where you can go higher. It does get to a point where you can't reach it, but we'll go as high as we can because that is the main aim. Get on with this fairly quick. For a sheep, we do not want to flat Josie. We do not want to flat Josie.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living.
yeah guys, those of you that are new to farming, you'll be wondering exactly why we collect a huge pile of muck up on the farm, and that is because the muck is full of nutrients, and at the moment a lot of you will probably know that fertiliser prices are slightly high. So the latest I heard, there was nitrogen at about £1,000 a tonne, which is madness, when last year it was probably about 250, 260, and it's just steadily growing with all the stuff happening in Ukraine. Obviously it is horrendous what is happening in Ukraine, but the knock-on effects is the fuel and fertiliser prices are sky high as they are. It means stuff like box muck and manure like priceless, especially this year, because obviously this is a lot cheaper to produce. It's just a waste product to the animals, and it's a lot better for the ground because it actually puts a bit of natural matter back into the ground, whereas artificial fertilisers you just put the nutrients in and not a lot more. So this helps soil structure loads, and the worms love it. So it means that when the worms dig into this stuff, they basically break it all up, aerate it, and the more it's aerated, the less compact it is, and the better the grass will grow. And at the end of the day, in our business, grass is king, and the more we can grow it, and the more we can grow of it, the better. So I hope that explained that bit quite well, but we're getting on quite well. Josie is loving life on top of the mucky. Talking about fuel prices and stuff, guys, I don't know if a lot of you farmers that watch it, but it'd be very interesting to hear from you guys what kind of things you're trying this year due to the price and stuff. So I think one of the plans that we've got here, we're still using artificial fertilisers because we still don't have anywhere near enough box muck to do the whole of the farm and the land that we rent and stuff like that. So what we're doing, we're applying our fertiliser this year in smaller quantities but more often, because obviously if it rains and stuff there's a risk of bleaching, and we don't want to end up losing all the fert. So I don't know what everyone's trying on their own farms, but that is one of the things that we're doing here, and we are just trying to use it a little less but more often. The best bit about this video, guys, is going to be watching Josie running around this mucky trying to catch a drone.
Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free with
Ah, that's why I nearly didn't hit the drone. Oh, it's one of those jobs where you can see exactly what you've done, and it's just nice. That's one thing with farming. A lot of jobs you can see exactly what you've done, and you feel like you've achieved something at the end of the day. Some stuff, like in other places and jobs, it just doesn't happen. And days like this, it don't matter what you're doing, it's just nice to be outside, isn't it? And that is just done, guys. I'm happy with how that looks. The pile is looking a lot tidier. Good job done. Good job done for the day. So guys, that is the muck heap all done now. It's all pushed up, as you can probably see by the time marks. Down here, this is basically where it got to out here. So we've got ourselves at least 6 foot extra room. So that's probably another 12 loads worth. But this could be pushed up a little more, but for now, that'll do. Joseph just needed a bit more room to tip off over the next couple of days as Dad is away once again. He seems to be on holiday all the time. I'm not going to say that because he works very hard and he doesn't usually have many holidays, but the grass is growing. As you can see, this field is stripy. Grandad's been and rolled this field, so this is some flat rolling has been done. I'm going to have a go at that in a couple of days on the new tractor because I want to have a go on the new tractor basically. But the grass growth is really good. well, 8-9 inches of growth on, and around the whole farm it's growing like, what's it growing like? It's growing like grass that's growing quick. And this stuff here, as I said before through the video, is going to be so important over the next year to get this stuff growing. Fert prices are extremely high. Josie is extremely dirty. Obviously this stuff here is from next year now, so when we plow up, but I can't see fert prices dropping anytime soon. But yeah guys, that is us done for today. Right guys, so we are back a couple of days later, and since I've pushed it up we've had another couple of loads dropped off. But as we were talking about muck in this video, I thought I'd add this little bit onto the end. See, I've been watching a few other YouTubers, so Ollie Blogs and Tom Pemberton, and they have been talking about a really important topic at the moment, and I thought I'd just mention it at the end of this video too, and that is obviously talking about muck, fertiliser and red diesel. So if some of you weren't aware, at the moment this last week I think fertiliser has gone up above the £1,000 a tonne mark, and red diesel is doing similar. It's like 110, 120 pence per litre, and both of these are up above 200% of what they were last year. Fertiliser is like a 400% gain, and this is meaning obviously we're needing to get more for the crops. But we're not. Well, in some circumstances we're not. We are quite lucky here because we are price makers. So we produce hay and haylage, and we can put the prices up as we need them. But those farmers out there that are growing the likes of wheat, beans, barley, they are price takers. So they basically have to take the price that they're given, and they don't have too much option about it. But the big worry is this year is there's going to be less and less food availability, and it could end up with a food shortage. We really don't want that, but God knows what is going to happen this year. So we could just end up in a vicious cycle, guys. I went to the NFU conference where George Eustace spoke, and he told us all that there was plenty of this stuff available, which I can promise you there's no more animals, and they're not going to make any more of that stuff, and we have to put artificial fertiliser on now. So I can't see why all of a sudden we're going to have more of this muck available to make up for the fertiliser that normally we would be able to afford to put on. So a lot of farmers, I know like us here, we're putting little and often of the fertiliser on, and probably only going to put like 70-80% of the application on that we normally would. So this probably will mean that crops are going to be down, and this also can have vital effects on different industries. As you know, on the farm we have sheep, and we do corn them before lambing. A lot of people say, oh, you can just grass feed them, but when it comes to triplets, they're not going to cope from a grass based diet unless it's rocket fuel, and still in those circumstances it's not really going to bite the bullet, is it? As the wheat and barley price goes up, the price of corn's going to go up, which means we need to be paid more for the end products, which would be the lamb, and this is happening across the whole of the agricultural sector. This is basically why I'm adding this little bit on the end, guys, because we could be in a real mess in the next 18 months, and I've actually started to get a little bit worried myself, and watching a few of these other farmers out there that are speaking about it, they're getting worried too. So I just wanted to open everyone's eyes to the circumstances within the sector at the moment, and just to show you guys, if the prices do go up of your bread, of your meat, of your milk in the supermarkets, this is the exact reason why it is happening. And the big thing that I'm trying to push myself, guys, I'm telling people eat British, but more importantly I think people should be eating seasonal, not importing foods, using fuel when you don't need to, when you could go to your local farm shop, your local butcher, and get something where you can get a decent value for money, and you know where it's come from at the end of the day. And supporting the British agricultural sector, that is the most we can do, guys. And I think the more we can be reliant on our own agricultural sector and less so on imports, the more it's going to help us. So that is kind of it summed up. I hope you enjoyed me pushing the muck up and that side of the video, but this is just as important, this little speaking bit at the end. So massive thank you for watching, guys, and if you haven't already, go and check out Ollie Blogs' video too, and Tom Pemberton, where they spoke about it too. They'll probably talk a lot more sense than me, but thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, guys, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up because I really appreciate that too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.